What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Run My Crypto. So I decided to jump into this token as far as doing a review, not to purchase it, but I'm not recommending anybody to purchase this, buy it, sell it, whatever the case may be, not financial advice. But what I do want to do is talk about why this AI token or this AI coin is actually building something that's going to be extremely useful and valuable to the future of Web3 decentralization. Now, I was looking at other AI projects, but this one has a lot of world utility. And the thing is that there are a lot of people and a lot of businesses that use this specific offer that this AI token project Render has to offer. So we're going to get into that. We're going to go over why this AI coin has massive demand, not for only now, but in the future of Web3 technology. Let's get into it, guys. This is Render token. All right, so we're going to talk about what Render really is, right? So what is Render? Well, obviously the way that Render is built up, and we're going to get geeked out a little bit. So if you're not familiar with computers and stuff like that, well, just bear with me because I try to keep everything as simple as possible. So what Render does is they offer a service to build anything related to creative arts. Let's just say that. But we're going to get deeper into it. So what happens is that Render has built an ecosystem where a client can come to Render and be like, hey, Render, I want this specific drawing created in 3D graphics, 100%. I need this drawing. So what happens is that this customer could pay in fiat, which is cash, or Render, right? But regardless of the fact, whether it's a value of Render or a value of cash, there's a ticket token created to match what the fiat to Render is. Then it goes into the system. Now what happens is, in order to get that piece of work to the creator or to the builder that's building on the Render network, there has to be some sort of outlet. So, or inlet outlet. So what that inlet outlet is anyone that has a GPU, which is a graphics processing unit. So anyone who has that graphic processing unit can basically register that through Render network. Now what happens is anybody that has that registered through Render network can then take on a contract or the job, smart contract or the job. They process it through that GPU that person or individual has registered through Render, and they pass that on to the creator or the person that's going to do the work. Then what happens is, once the person that's done doing the work sends it back through that GPU and back to the customer. Now here's the thing. So anybody that goes on that has a GPU, and this is something that's separate from your computer. This is not like installed in your computer. This is what you have to get. So you have to get a GPU, hook it up to your computer, register it through Render. Now you're able to process transactions pretty much. Now, since everything is paid with Render, right? So here comes the utility part for Render, is that the customer comes in, pays with Render. You get a percentage for running your GPU, which you're now a node because you're processing transactions, and you're like the intermediary between the creator and the customer. So you get a percentage of that Render, and then the creator obviously gets paid in Render for doing the work. So that's kind of the system, how the system works, right? So you got a customer, and this is all utility behind Render, which is super awesome, right? Because when you think about it, you know, you have basically a business that's running, right? Decentralized on Web3. But let's get into the details. The details is where it gets good. So now that we establish how Render works, right? We have a system, we have a functioning system. They have a blockchain built on Ethereum. So they're utilizing some of Ethereum's utility to run the blockchain. Now, so with this system in place, it's a working system. You have the customer that comes in, the intermediary running the GPU, collecting a percentage of Render to do the process the transaction. Then you have the worker, and then the worker sends it back. Worker gets paid. The person running the GPU gets paid, and then you have a happy, satisfied client. But here's the unique thing about Render is since they integrated AI within their service, now they basically scaled out to expand what their capabilities are, right? So not only can they create just a simple graphic design, they have the ability to do anything as far as big businesses go when you think about it. So now they have the ability to not only do NFTs or video or content creation or anything that has marketing in it. So when we think about it in real world sense, I mean, you literally have websites that need this. There's a demand for websites. There's a demand for gaming. So if you have any big gaming companies that want some awesome graphics that these creators can do that type of work, you have that. You have medical, right? So any type of promotional videos or anything like that, anything within sales, marketing, you name it, video, cinema, movies, anything that needs any type of graphic artist creation can utilize Render Network. So that's where I'm saying the demand in the real world is anything that's graphic related. You have the ability to get that done. Not only that, so you think about it, if you're a node and you're running big projects through these transactions, like, you know, maybe it's a, you know, $10,000 job, you know, you're running the node, you get a percentage of it, the creator gets paid for it, it goes back to the business. This is a lot of money and a lot of tokens that could be filtered and utilized through Render. So this is huge, right? Now, if you take it into the Web3 space, now you're looking at, you know, NFTs, right? You're looking at any social media platforms, ads, you know, anything that has to do with any type of graphic design. That's where Render comes into play. And that's why I said there is a huge demand for this token, because not only has it created a way for an operational source of business, they can do any type of business related to any graphics and 3D graphics and film, cinematography, video, any marketing, designing, anything. So that's where the demand comes in for this specific cryptocurrency project. That's why it's going to have probably one of the biggest influx of users, because they have the system in place. Not only that, they're using AI to assist, right? So imagine what you could create utilizing an AI software to create some 3D graphics, or potentially graphics behind movie scripts, graphics behind gaming, you know, graphics behind computer gaming. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. The list goes deeper and deeper and deeper. There's going to be a huge demand for this project. So this is one very unique project that I believe is going to be successful based on what they have in place and their capabilities and what they're able to scale out to. That's where the value lies within this project. Let's take a look at their burning mechanism up on their website. So it's pretty clear to see that their website is really legit, right? So they got a nice build website. Obviously this goes into detail about what the history is, but what I wanted to show you is actually on their white paper, because it's kind of hard to talk through this without, you know, letting you see it for yourself. So I'm going to actually jump into their white paper, and what I wanted to show you is they do have like a burning mechanism in place that I found, which I thought was interesting right here. So let's zoom up a little bit on this. So right here it says burnt and mint equilibrium. So it goes on to talk about what this is. They do draw a little bit of a picture for you. So essentially, running through this real quick, they do have a burn and mint equilibrium. So basically the creator requests a job, work is allocated to the nodes. That's where the person is running the GPU, if you remember. So it says customer pays in fiat or render, and then render coupon created to track the job. Then says node operators receive and process job. And then we go into right here. It says job delivered and approved by creator, dispute resolution if job isn't approved. And then right here is your buy and burn. So it says buy render on market matching the job price, and then burn 95%. Then you pay software license fees and render foundation rendering engine fee of 5%. And then right here where it says epoch rewards distributed, so I'm assuming that there's distribution rewards based off of this burn, where it says node operators rewarded for availability and completion, and then creators rewarded for using the network. And it says 24 to 72 hour epoch. So I thought that was pretty interesting for them to be a project of that caliber. And you guys can read through this. All you got to do is download the white paper off of their homepage. You just actually click up here, grab the white paper, download it, and you can actually read through it. But to have a burning mechanism within a project like this, I think is very good, because not only, you know, you have a burning system in place, that means we're gonna, you know, dilute down the tokens for render. So we'll create some scarcity, obviously getting rid of the supply. So that's a win-win in my view. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, but that'd be pretty interesting to see. So let's head over to CoinMarketCap. Just wanted to come back to the camera so I could do this. Let's head over to CoinMarketCap. All right, so looking at this coin, obviously it's a pretty expensive coin. It's sitting at $3.24 with a market cap of $1.2 billion. Their circulating supply is 371 million render tokens, max supply of 536 million render tokens. Now, here is where, and I got excited. I just looked at this and I got excited, because here's the deal. If you have a burning mechanism in place, you have a cap of 536 million render tokens, you're already sitting at about, what, 69% of circulating supply out there. But I get it. These are some expensive tokens right here. But what is that value going to look like over time, as not only we get a bull run, the value, the inflow of money comes in, that's going to drive this market cap up, taking this price to something crazy. And not only that, you're burning out some of your supply with options. Now that's just a big win-win, right? So if the platform can create demand, that creates this market cap to skyrocket or go up significantly, especially if big institutions get an understanding behind this project, is going to push the price up, push the market cap up. With the burning mechanism, we're going to start to deflate, or, you know, create a scarcity behind this total supply over time. That's going to make this a very powerful cryptocurrency project, and it's going to make it a very valuable cryptocurrency project. Even looking at the charts within the last month, they went up about $1, just from what, 223 to roughly around 348. So $1.20 increase. Let's take a look at the all-time. So all-time back here in 2021, they're sitting at $7, and that's when AI and all this other Web3 decentralized wasn't really, well, the whole decentralized thing was, but Web3 being active is getting closer and closer. Not to mention, all the big institutional investors understand that AI is going to be one of the biggest things. So looking at this, I think this is a very solid project. I'm not recommending you to buy it, but this to me seems very solid when it comes to being a project that can create demand, create scarcity, and drive up this market cap. So just to summarize this token, I think it's a very good project. I think it has the ability to create mass amount of demand. I think it has the ability to create a scarce supply for the tokens. There's a lot of demand for this type of utility in life in general, for gaming projects, for anything, medical, dental, movies, everything. I mean, it just covers a wide range. So in my opinion, this looks like a very, very good project with a lot of massive potential. Probably one of the best projects that I've looked at in a while that's with AI. So yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion, guys. I'm not saying to buy this. It is an expensive coin right now. The token price is a lot. So to get into a project like this, you know, it'd be the same trying to get into ICP right now. They're pretty high up there, and there is a lot of potential behind this project. So that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you got something out. Make sure you drop a comment if you guys have any information behind this, something that I missed, or something that I may not have covered. Just let me know in the comments. Appreciate you guys. Take care. You guys have a safe one. Be blessed, and I'll see you on the next video.